They say everyone gets lonely sometimes. And based on my experience, I couldn't agree more. And I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky kind of guy, often content in my own company, but still, from time to time, that dark feeling of being alone creeps in. And most of the time, I get over that unpleasant feeling just as easily as it came over me and get right back to work. But it isn't always that simple. Sometimes that feeling is more severe, overwhelming even. And one of the worst times I can remember it ever being was just about a year and a half ago. I had just moved from my hometown in Canada to Golden, California, and it was a dream come true for me. I had been purposefully working towards that move for nearly 2 years, and now it was happening. I had finally attained the fruit of my labor. But it wasn't everything I thought it would be, and I wasn't quite happy. And it was frustrating because I only had reasons to be happy. I had this new dream job working at the forefront of my craft. I had a brand new car. For the first time, I had my own apartment, and I was living in California. Ocean views, mountains on the horizon, sunshine, all that. But I remember every Friday, I would finish up work, hop into that shiny new car, get home to my luxury apartment, walk through the door, and it would begin. I would be alone with my thoughts, and that malicious voice would pipe up in my head.
Hey Rahul, you're all alone. Everyone you know is thousands of miles away. Nobody is thinking about you. Nobody wants you. You have nowhere to be and nobody to be with. You are alone and you are miserable. Also, you forgot your wallet in the car.
And that was enough to have me in crippling sorrow, man. And it affected everything I did. My focus was shaken at work. I was less motivated in the gym. I wasn't eating or sleeping properly. Man, tough times. But don't worry. Much like that Thai place around the corner, this story got a happy ending too. Because during my time in the Canyon of Sorrow, I was inspired to do some research and find a cure for loneliness. I read a few books and journal articles on what it means to be lonely, and I learned a thing or two. Now let me share them with you. First lesson. It is important to understand that feeling loneliness is a biological human adaptation. Humans are social creatures built to live in communities. And if you want proof of that, think about this. Let's think about a human baby, a real miracle of life. So cute, pure, and full of potential. But if we had to capture that little bundle of joy in one word, incompetent, incapable, weak. For its first 2 years of life, if you left that baby alone anywhere, it would expire exactly where you left it. Crazy. And all the while, that baby needs love, protection, food, water. It really does take a village to raise a child. Compare that now to a very solitary animal, like a grizzly bear. As soon as that cub touches down, it is immediately mobile. 1 year later, it's catching fish and punching squirrels. You see what I mean? My point is that it is a biological human trait to be troubled when we feel isolated or not part of a community. And that brings me to the second lesson. I've been using the word feeling a lot, and that is because loneliness is ultimately just a feeling. It is not reality. That is the reason a recluse monk living alone in the mountains can be perfectly content, because he has control over his mind to feel as part of a community. Likewise, a rich aristocrat socialite could be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Isn't that something? All mind over matter in the end. In fact, journal articles I found on the subject don't even use the word loneliness. They call it perceived social isolation. Because that's exactly what it is. Perceived, different from reality. So, how did I apply these lessons in my life? Well, it was as simple as changing my mindset as I've described. I took comfort in the knowledge that these unpleasant feelings of mine were rooted in my biology, and I learned that I didn't have to listen to that malicious voice in my head. I realized that I could choose to listen to a different voice entirely. Hey Rahul, you're doing great. Okay, productive week at work, good. Yo, look at those mountains. Wow, you live in California. Yeah, get that last rep. Oh, hey, look at that. I think you might have a fan back there. And just like that, things gradually got better. It wasn't long till I was all settled in, taking care of myself, met some people, and got right back to work. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, a little bit of feedback, Anyway, next video, really funny story that I've been waiting to tell. I'm gonna have that out in October, so stick around. Later.